Hey guys, good morning. It's Mike J here in Seattle, Washington. Today, heading to a new Vietnamese pho restaurant that many say is the best in Seattle. Then some Laotian pizza from the same people that makes one of the best burgers I've ever had. But first, an iconic must-try sandwich shop, Bien. So this really is a very iconic sandwich shop here in Seattle. I've probably never been here. People magazine rated it as the best sandwich in Washington. Esquire says it's one of the top sandwiches in the country. And here they serve Caribbean and Latin food. You can get sandwiches, you can get plates. I got the top two most popular sandwiches, the press and the Caribbean. And the Caribbean is loaded with roasted pork shoulder, lettuce, caramelized onions, and the pork is marinated in a homemade sauce. And it's sitting between very toasty bread. There's a little seating area. When I showed up, there's already a line, but it moved pretty quickly. It's about a 30-minute wait. I can't believe I've never tried this before. Taking a bite of the sandwich is like watching the movie Oppenheimer. It's so good, you feel it in your bones. I mean, everything about the sandwich, from the toasty bread to that absolute melt in your mouth pork, is covered in that marinade where if hog heaven actually existed, I'm pretty sure that's where they made it. Pork itself, a mix of lean and fatty meat, which is already amazing on its own. Then the marinade just adds this profound umami flavor, with some nice tanginess and a little bit of heat. Onions delightfully crunchy, jalapenos adds a bit more of the burn. Yeah, calling this one of the best sandwiches in America, not overhyping it at all. The hype is real. This is absolutely blowing my mind with every single bite. Their second most popular sandwich, the press. Roast pork, smoked ham, Swiss cheese, caramelized onions sitting between the same toasty bread as before. Both these sandwiches contains an absolute wow factor. Like, just every bite you take, your brain will be screaming, your taste buds will be screaming, your heart will be screaming. There's so much good stuff in the sandwich. Here, the roast pork is sitting on top of banana peppers, so there's even more acidity to balance out the richness of the pork. Just like before, a light sweetness from the caramelized onions. This one, you taste more of the pork, you taste more of the smokiness of the ham, but I am absolutely missing that marinade. I think my favorite, definitely the Caribbean. That marinade with the shredded pork combo, that just makes your heart flutter every time you take a bite. I can't believe I've lived here and never been here, because I could have had this a lot, and that would have made me very, very happy. When you're in Seattle, must get sandwich. And before getting to the food, just want to give a big thank you and shout out to the sponsor of this video, Surfshark VPN. I've been talking about using Surfshark VPN for several years now. If you're not utilizing a VPN service right now, I highly, highly, highly recommend that you do. It's one of the only things I keep running on my phone, my laptop, 24/7. Because of course, we all know that nowadays all our personal information is online, and there's so many people trying to gain access to it. From data aggregators who's trying to collect your personal information to sell to marketing companies, or people trying to collect your personal information for more malicious purposes. So what a VPN is a virtual private network. And what Surfshark VPN does is that it secures and encrypts your personal information before it goes over the internet. So people who you don't want having access to your private info, they're not gonna have access to it. Also, they have something called Surfshark Alerts. So when someone is trying to do something malicious, like getting access to your email account, you will be notified right away. Surfshark VPN is so fast, it just runs in the background. I don't even think about it, but it gives me peace of mind, especially when you're out and about, connected to different Wi-Fi hotspots at cafes, airports. These are usually not secure at all, and great ways for people to gain access to your private information. So if you're not protecting yourself in this way, you definitely should. And this is so helpful when you're traveling abroad and you don't want to miss your favorite TV shows or movies. You can use Surfshark VPN to change your location back to the US, so you still have normal access to your US streaming services. Also, I said this before, a lot of times when you're trying to access US websites from abroad, it doesn't even function correctly. So for me, when I'm traveling abroad and I'm trying to pay my bills, I use Surfshark VPN for that. So if you want to give this a try, go to my link down below, use my promo code MikeyChan, and 3 months for free. So peace of mind for less than a cup of coffee a day. All right, let's eat. Lunch, I am here at Miss Pho. So everyone I talk to around Seattle tells me this is a must-try place. Right now it's about 2 o'clock, 2:20. past lunchtime, this place is a line out the door. And this is really interesting. They have 3 different signature pho, all with completely different flavor profiles. And since I can't really decide which one I want, I'm gonna try them all. Oh, also before getting to the pho, this just showed up. This is their famous seasoned crispy chicken wings with garlic butter. On a level of 1 to 10, 10 being the most garlicky, this smells like a 11, which I love. Oh yeah, this place, do not skimp on the garlic at all. That was one of the most beautifully garlicky bites in the land of chicken wings. And when they say it's crispy, oh yeah, this thing is a crispy. That is a bold statement of a crunch. This thing, not just garlicky, also buttery and spicy. Outside, earth-shattering crunch. Incredibly aromatic and flavorful and spiced up. Inside, just juicy, delicious chicken. And I think some iced Vietnamese coffee is gonna go perfect with it. Ooh. Oh, this is so good. I've been drinking a lot of Vietnamese coffee lately. This is freaking excellent. All right, let's get to the pho. Pho Hanoi. Inside, there's wok fried beef shank. There's a creamy raw egg yolk. There's pickled garlic, all sitting in a traditional, delicious broth. Pop the egg yolk. Let that richness run. Thin pho noodles. This bowl is loaded with beef. These are the fried beef shank. Inside, there's a lot of scallions. This thing is just loaded with the beef shank. This is just pure flavor. Oh wow. Once you take a sip, you do not want to stop that. This bowl is dry. Noodles, of course, soaked up all that delicious beefy broth. And when I tell you this bowl of broth is beefy, I'm not exaggerating. There's also some kind of fragrant oil sitting on top of this bowl of pho, making it even more aromatic, giving it even more flavor. Beef shank's awesome. A little peppery, nice and tender. There's a really nice scallion flavor to this pho that just completely elevates the overall fragrance of this bowl. And the pho broth, light, beefy, and pretty much just liquid addiction. There's absolutely no denying how good this broth is. Also, they give you a little dish of pickled garlic. I'm gonna add that in here. Love it. Oh, love the addition of the pickled garlic. This is an absolute game changer. The pho, like I said, very beefy. You taste some of that delicious oil in here. And the richness of the pho and the beefiness is balanced out beautifully by that pickled garlic. It's sweet, spicy, and just boosts the overall garlicky flavor of this pho. Get some of the beef, some of the noodles, some of the scallions. Soak it in the pho and add some of that pickled garlic. It makes this not only delicious, but so uniquely delicious. This is the pho satay, and they told me this is a mix between Vietnamese pho and Chinese flavors. This broth looks very, very rich and definitely spicy. This thing looks like the top of a volcano. On the side, there's ribeye steak, brisket, meatballs. There's sauteed chili oil. On the side, there's peanuts, cucumber, tomatoes. Oh my gosh, this is so red looking. So they ask you on a scale of 1 to 5, how spicy you want it. This is a level 3. I think this is one of the most intimidating looking level 3s I've ever encountered. This looks like more like the final boss on level 5. The broth is so rich, it grabs onto the noodles very, very well. And yeah, wow, this is a very, very rich broth. Oh my God. There is a ton of heat in here. Level 3, you better bring your spice game. This thing is burning my tongue, it's burning my throat in the best way possible. The consistency is almost like a saucy noodle. Oh my God, I freaking love this. This is so rich, so spicy, so creative, so delicious. This tastes like a cross between Vietnamese pho and Chinese dan dan noodles. I kid you not, and it is spectacular too. Those two are both some of my favorite noodle dishes in existence. I never thought I would ever taste a creation that combined those two flavors together. It's very peanutty. There is a ton of umami in this. This is a very rich bowl of noodles. The noodles, perfect vehicle to grab onto all that delicious broth. I mean, that flavor is definitely soaked through the noodles. The beef is tender. I understand the vegetables and the tomatoes now. It's almost like a little refreshing palate cleanser because this is so flavorful and rich. I mean, it's not just spicy, it's fragrant. The broth has so many different layers. I can't believe this is a level 3 and something I've never had before. Level 3, if you think the Diablo sauce at Taco Bell is spicy, this is not for you. Absolutely amazing, especially when it's cold. You'll want a bowl of this. The last one is the Miss Pho special. You'll get a giant beef rib. There's rare ribeye steak, well-done brisket, meatballs, tendon, tripe, pretty much every part of a cow, and topped with a creamy raw egg yolk. Pop the egg yolk. Oh. Sweet, delicious relief from that bowl of volcanic heat I just had. If you want to try a traditional pho broth, very, very beefy, delicious pho broth, this is the bowl for you. I think the pho Hanoi, strong garlicky flavor. This is a very classic bowl of pho. Of course, a classic bowl of pho with a dinosaur rib. Oh, this is tender. Well done brisket, one of my favorite cuts. All the classic cuts of beef sitting in one of the lightest, most flavorful, beefiest pho broths you will ever have. I just noticed something. I haven't asked for sriracha. Maybe because last bowl was a spice overload, but flavor of this broth, absolute beefy perfection. And whenever I sip on good broth, every sip just sends a little happy shockwave down my spine. And this definitely does that. This place definitely lives up to the hype. You want a delicious bowl of pho where you want a very garlicky bowl of pho where you want to just blow your socks off spicy bowl of pho. Come check this place out. Finally, dessert, check. I haven't had this in quite a while. This is perfect after a spicy, spicy bowl of noodles. So this restaurant is called Ananas Pizzeria. It's from the same masterful culinary minds at Torres Ox, where I had one of the best burgers ever. That was a Laotian inspired burger, and it was absolutely wonderful. Same thing with the pizzeria. There's some really interesting flavors. I got 2 half and half pizzas. One is ananas, and that consists of smoked ham pineapple, pickled jalapeno, togarashi, mozzarella, and red sauce. Then there's the Lao pizza, and that has cow soy pork. There's also Lao lardon, which is basically small strips of pork fat. There's bamboo shoots, red onions, dill, provolone, mozzarella, also red sauce. Finally, Magic Mario. There's shiitake mushroom, pickled shimeji, and oyster mushrooms. There's thyme, there's truffle salt, Romano mozzarella cheese. It all smells so good. Also, they have non-pizza dishes. I got their famous signature meatball. I absolutely love meatballs. I feel like I must have been Italian in my past life. I love pizzas. I love pasta. Oh my God, look at this juicy thing. It is just glistening. Covered in marinara with ricotta cheese on top. Very meaty, obviously. The marinara balances out the richness. Oh, it balances out really, really well with an extra hit of creaminess coming from the ricotta cheese. Also, what I like about this, the meat isn't just jumbled together into like this mushy mesh. The meatball has a fantastic chew, great texture, and it's seasoned wonderfully. To quote the wedding singer, that's a good meatball. Even before the pizzas went into the oven, I smelled the pizza dough in the kitchen, and it has this wonderful yeasty fermented smell, and they ferment their pizza dough for days. The crust is nice and bubbly and airy. They brush a layer of garlic butter on the crust. This is so light and airy. Look at this. The dough is very thin, very reminiscent of a New York slice. The first piece, the Magic Mario, 3 different types of mushroom, couple different types of cheese. Holy crap. This is a next level pizzeria. This has gotta be a must try when you're in Seattle. One bite, that's all it took for me to tell you. This is a 10 out of 10 pizza. The pizza dough is one of the lightest you'll ever put in your mouth. It's so light. Beautifully toasty, absolutely melts in your mouth. The topping is delicious. Love the crunch of the mushrooms. I love the cheese. I love how wonderfully robust and earthy it is, but I can't get over how amazing the pizza dough is. Instead of 2 half and halves, I wish I got 4 full pizzas. I mean, this is a place where you can eat a whole pizza and you'll probably have room to order one more because it's that light. This pizza dough is legendary. The crust, so light, buttery and garlicky. Next one is the Lao. You can see the chunks of pork and fat, whole chunks of bamboo shoots on here, as well onions and thyme. This tastes like a cross between a New York slice and a Neapolitan pizza. It has the softness and the airiness of a Neapolitan, but also that delicious toastiness of a New York slice. Absolutely get out of town with this. This thing is meaty, it's porky. The red sauce is tart with a hint of sweetness. You can definitely taste all that awesome porky flavor in this pizza. Oh. All right, let's tread into controversial territory here to the pineapple pizza. This is the Ananas with the smoked ham and pickled jalapenos. I never understood the debate. I love pineapple on pizzas. Let me know in the comments below whether you're pro pineapple or not. I think the sweetness goes great with the red sauce and the savoriness of the pizza itself. Pickled jalapenos, very spicy, a little sweet. Love the crunch. All that acid goes so well with the smoked ham. This thing is very bold with its flavoring. It's spicy, it's sweet, it's savory, it's crunchy, it's cheesy. And this one I'm so excited about. I also love anchovies on my pizza. Whoa. If you love anchovies, you'll love this pizza because you can definitely taste the anchovies. There's not a lot of anchovies on here, but it definitely makes its presence known. It's very salty, which I think goes great with the sweet, juicy pineapple. I like it. This is definitely the most anchovy pizza I've ever had. It's fishy, it's salty, it's savory, it's sweet and juicy. Be careful what you're getting yourself into, but if you love anchovies, I think you're really gonna like this, especially sitting on that airy dough. There's so much to like. Last thing I'm eating here, this is their elephant ear. And this thing looks like an elephant ear. It's fried dough with cinnamon, honey, caramelized pineapples, and rum. Of course, vanilla ice cream sitting on top. This is a very airy fried dough. Take some ice cream, some caramelized pineapples. This is fantastic. It's pretty much a light fried pizza. The dough is so light, caramelized pineapples, sweet with a little hint of bitterness from the char. Of course, goes perfect with the ice cream. I think this is freaking fantastic. Didn't really know what to expect walking in here, but the quality of the pizza, of the food, completely blows me away, especially that crust. I love New York pizza. I love Detroit style. I love Domino's thin crust. I absolutely adore Neapolitan. And this is so amazingly unique. And if you love pizza, if you love pineapples, if you love good food, this is a must try where you're in Seattle. Today's just been an incredible food day, starting off with one of the best sandwiches I ever had, then some amazingly unique pho, and finally a pizzeria that I guarantee you're gonna eat here and you're gonna want to come back. As always, all the places I went to listed down below for you guys. Thank you all so much for watching. Until we eat again, see you later.